What's up everybody? Welcome to the long-awaited what is in my camera bag as a sports videographer. This is all the gear that I'll be using when I go off to film football at the University of Oregon, Sac State, and all the gear that I've used throughout when I've filmed at football games in high school. This camera setup is definitely on the more budget side, so stay tuned for what I use and what's helped me produce beautiful images like the ones I'm showing up here. Without further ado, I don't want to waste any more of your time, so let's get into what is in my camera bag in 2025 as somebody who films football. Alright, so I thought the most important thing that we should obviously be covering first is what camera do I use? That's probably the most asked question that I get, just because a lot of my viewers think like, oh, obviously the camera plays a huge part in what your image look like. And to be honest, it does. I think cameras play a huge role in how my videos appear, but I think a lot of that also depends on the creator. So I'm still gonna share with you guys, obviously this is what's in my camera bag, but don't be too threatened about like, oh, what the price is or what the model is or anything like that. I use the Canon EOS R6, not the Mark II. This is just the Canon EOS R6. I can record a video on my phone really quick just to show you guys what my setup looks like now. I also use it for filming YouTube videos. So there, as you guys could see, the Canon R6. And I also have on top of that the Sigma 24-70, which I'll be covering in a little bit. Now this Canon R6 has served me so well over the past 1 or 2 years I've had it. I originally had the EOS T7i over there, which I'll show you guys, but the R6 has been so great. I've really enjoyed shooting in 4K 60 FPS. It has 1080 at 120 FPS with no audio, so that's definitely a downside if you're shooting sports. You might want a camera like the Canon R5. That does a lot better with, you know, capturing athletes at a slower pace, which I definitely wish I could use it at, but the 60 FPS still works great for me, and I could hopefully show you guys some clips that you guys could see on my Instagram, linked down in the description below. The Canon R6 really is a powerhouse for shooting both video and photo. It really does a great job. I'll show you guys a couple of my photos on the screen here. As a hybrid shooter and as a sports videographer, I've really enjoyed using this R6 and wouldn't recommend it anymore. The price is pretty good for what the camera is. It is a little steep, but I mean, if you're just getting started, I have another recommendation that let me get up and show you guys really quick. This is the T7i. This is the camera that I started out with when I was first getting into sports videography, and I've really enjoyed this one as well too. I don't use it anymore for really anything, but the R6 has been a pretty big upgrade, but this one was still really solid if you're just getting started with sports videography. One thing I do like to share advice on when it comes to purchasing a camera, it really is buy it nice or buy it twice. So this camera was a gift from my aunt, which I really appreciate, and it served me so well for like the first year when I was shooting. But I decided to upgrade, and imagine I bought this camera myself. It would have been a pretty big purchase to buy another camera, spending more money. So I would always be cautious, do your research, look up videos like this on what creators are using in your industry. Okay, so enough of the camera. We talked about the R6. I really do love it. The next thing I wanted to talk about, which are probably the second most important, if not the first alongside the camera, it's like the dynamic duo, is your lens. What lenses am I using? So like I said before, I use the Sigma 24-70 f2.8. That one's really good for shooting sports just because it has that nice focal length and aperture that allows that blurry background for pre-game vibes like I like to get. I can showcase some clips up here. Then I also have in my bag here a 70-200 Canon f4, and this one has been really nice as well. I don't know how to showcase it to you guys, but this lens has been super great. I've enjoyed it. When I went to Oregon and shot a football game, I used this exact lens and it worked really great for me. So I highly recommend it for anybody looking to kind of just get started, just because it's an f4, so it will be cheaper. And the 70 to 200 focal length kind of covers everything you would need. The 24 to 70 is more for those closer up shots in the world of sports. Other than that, it's a great lens, but in sports, everything's kind of further if you're on the sidelines. So I highly recommend picking you up any sort of 70 to 200. If I was just getting started, the only two pieces of equipment I would get is a nice camera body and then also a 70 to 200 if you're getting into the world of sports videography / photography. So that kind of covers the lenses. I have two more that I don't really use for sports. I more use for like portraits. So I have a nifty 50 that works out great. The next thing I wanted to get into, we're kind of getting into accessories here, and then I'll get into microphones and everything like that. But I have this small rig handle here that I could show you guys on this camera actually. That just slides in, screw it on, and then nice. You can get those low angles shooting up like that. This one works out super nice. It's sturdy, like it's not gonna like shake out or anything. And then you could also just switch to mode like that. So I really do like this camera handle. It's a really good price too. I think it was like 30 bucks or less. And you know, for camera equipment, anything under $1,000 is cheap in the world of camera equipment. Here I have some accessories like this, just helps like blow all the dust off of my camera lenses. Not sure if you guys could see the dust, but I think actually dust came off the lens right now. So this does a great job cleaning it. And then I also have a small little microfiber cloth that I keep in here as well, just to make any precise cleanings to my lens. I would avoid using that on any sort of mirrorless camera, but other than that, I really feel like those kind of dive into my main purchases. Next thing I wanted to talk about is this microphone on top of the camera. This is a Rode Video Micro, and it has served me so well. Trust me, you guys, this microphone I have not switched out. It has this nice wind cover on it, so when I'm shooting at a rainy game or a really windy game in the springtime or winter, this has saved me like so much for sacrificing audio quality. The microphone was probably only like 50 or 60 bucks. I'm not sure how much it is today. Probably around the same price. If you're gonna get anything, get this microphone. Even if you're an experienced videographer, this microphone is so nice. So I highly recommend that. And then I'm gonna get up one more time to show you guys this, oh, I almost slipped there. This little camera strap right here. I got this from Peak Design, and it just obviously goes like that, and then it clips into your camera straps. I can kind of show you guys with this camera. It just clips on with the little tassels that they have on the side there, and it's super high quality. It's literally just held together by these small little strings, but they're like the most quality thing ever. With this 24 to 70, it's pretty heavy, and it easily holds on to that and keeps it from, you know, getting wrecked or anything and falling off the camera strap. Super good quality, super comfortable. So couldn't recommend this anymore as well. And I feel like this setup, I'm happy to say that I really feel like I've kind of perfected it. Obviously I could get a better lens, a camera and all that, but for this range of money that I have and for the equipment, I really feel like it serves the purpose that it does in filming sports and everything like that. Other than that, I just wanted to show two small little things that I have. One being an SD card holder. I could show you guys in here kind of what this looks like. It just holds all my SD cards from getting like super, you know, messed up or broken and all that when traveling or just, you know, on the road. And then I have an ND filter here, which makes it really nice in the sun. It's like sunglasses for your lens and camera. So this saves me making my shutter really high. So the final thing that I have after taking everything out was my camera bag. This is from a brand called Terion. I was gifted to it by my grandmother for like Christmas or my birthday for a year or two ago, and I have really enjoyed it. It's pretty high quality, haven't had much issues with it, and it's super cheap as well. I think $20 to $30 on Amazon. So just look up Terion camera bag. It's pretty popular, and I know a couple people have bought it just because I have it and just because they know how well it works. I've told my friends about it, and they've really enjoyed it. So I would definitely look into a nice camera bag. I really like how It has all these little compartments here. This is super clutch in organizing my bag. Well, that just about wraps up this video for what's in my camera bag as a sports videographer and somebody who films football in 2025. If you want to get the LUTs and presets that I use throughout this entire video to cover all the videos and photos that I've shot, they're down in the description below. I highly recommend getting them. They're only $10 and $15 and $20. So if you want to check them out, go check them out in the link in the description. And thank you guys so much for 1,000 subscribers. It really means a lot and it helps me pump out more videos just like this one. With that all being said, I'll make sure to catch you guys in the next one. Peace.